what's happening, brother?
What's happening, man?
He came out of nowhere. Beam me up,
DJ, what's happening? You know, it's a good thing you interrupted right now. I mean, it's a good thing that you showed up here.
Yeah, this was going down. This was going down a rabbit hole that we didn't really want to go down.
DJ, I want to thank you for showing up right now because Beeb was about to take this show in the gutter where he usually takes it. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you guys. Oh, it's a great opportunity to be here.
Absolutely, man. Jeez, look at the trophy case behind him.
I was about to say.
What in the world?
Looking official back there.
Yeah, really. He's got
looking official.
Look at all that stuff. I thought I got like 2 belts over here, and I thought I was doing pretty good, man. I'm looking at his, but you know, he actually earned his as opposed to mine. I just got him on eBay. Yeah, I just got mine on eBay. You know,
you got yours out of a Cracker Jack box.
It's still a nice box. I mean, it wasn't, you know.
Of course.
So. This is DJ Zamora. DJ, for all of you guys who don't know, you are 3-0, correct? 3-0 with 2 knockouts?
Sure.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Now, your nickname is the War Machine or is it the Natural?
The War Machine. That's correct. A lot of people call me the Natural, but my nickname is the War Machine that I go with.
I wish I could have a cool nickname like that, Beeb. I wish I could call myself the War Machine. I can't do that.
Don't you remember the Avengers, that character, War Machine?
Yeah,
you remember that, right? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Who's the War Machine on the Avengers?
He's like the guy that had like the Iron Man suit on, but his was like a different color.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, War Machine.
Like it. I like it, man.
And there's another War Machine that was in MMA. You don't want to be that War Machine.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to.
That's the guy they got locked up. You know that guy, right? The guy they got locked up.
Yeah.
So he don't need that name anymore. So you could take it.
So I don't know. So you're 17. You're 17. You got 3 pro fights.
Yep. 17 years old.
What in the world, man? So you turned pro. You had 3 fights in Tijuana, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. So I know the first guy you fought was about 30 years old or something like that. I think it was 28, 29, something like that. About 30 years old, I want to say.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So you go in there because you turned pro like when you were 16, right? So when you turn, so are you like, I mean, what did you think about going against a 30-year-old guy? I mean, like.
You know what? I try not to think about the age too much. You know, it is a fight. You know, I want to win. He wants to win too. So more or less looking at the age doesn't really matter to me. You know, we're just 2 fighters getting in there, and that's what was really important.
Gotcha, man. I tell you what, I couldn't imagine that. Like, I mean, this guy's beating the tar out of like grown men, Beeb. Yeah. Like, could you imagine how emasculating it would be to get him in the gym and get him in the ring, and he's 16 and he just kills you and he just beats the snot out of you for 3 straight rounds? Let
me ask you this, because every time there's a Filipino fighter coming up, the question always is asked: Is he going to be the next Manny Pacquiao? Has anyone said that to you? You know, during your come up when you turn pro, are you going to be the next Manny Pacquiao? Has that been said to you?
Yeah, it's been brought up before. You know, especially because I'm a southpaw also.
Yeah.
So there's that correlation, but yeah, it's been brought up. You know, I think that, you know, I don't really have that style. You know, it's a good style to watch, but you know, not too good to actually try to replicate. But you know,
well, you're coming
if you want, you know.
Yeah, coming from that Mayweather gym, training there is totally, it's like night and day. The style, that style compared to Manny Pacquiao style is like night and day, definitely.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe your style exactly?
I'd like to say, if you had to put me in a category, I'm more of a boxer puncher. You know, I could do a little both. I'm pretty good at boxing, more boxing than punching. You know, given that I have a good amount of height and reach, so I like to keep my distance. But you know, if push comes to shove, and I really have to, you know, I can get in and do some punching as well.
Wow, did you catch the video of him when he was like, I think when you were like 8 years old or something like that? It was you and Roger Mayweather hitting the mitts.
Yeah.
He was hitting the pads in there. I mean, he looked good, and this was at like 8.
That was classic.
This is like at 8, man.
So you trained with both of the Mayweathers. Talk about that. How is it different training with Roger as opposed to training with Floyd Sr.?
I didn't really do too much training with Floyd Senior. You know, my main coach was Roger at the time.
Okay.
A lot of my training with him.
Okay.
But it was a great experience. You know, I was a kid, so I didn't really think about it much then. You know, Coach Roger was just Coach Roger to me. But, you know, as I look back at it now, I really realized the experience and what a grateful opportunity that I had.
What type of sparring was there? I heard you sparred with some big names down there. Talk about that a little bit.
When I was 8 or now?
Well,
how about now? Let's do now, because he's fighting like
either or. I mean,
I'm here. He's fighting like Sean Porter and everybody over there.
Yeah, I have sparred Sean Porter. I've also sparred Shakur Stevenson, Tukstock Nyambayar, Gabriel Flores. You know, I've gotten a chance to share the ring with Keyshawn Davis as well. You know, a lot of great guys. You know, I've been able to have the opportunity to spar.
Wow.
Who are you impressed with most out of those guys? Who do you think gave you the best work?
You know what? It's got to be a toss-up between Sean Porter and Shakur Stevenson. You know, I'm not trying to knock all the other guys either.
Yeah.
You know, all great fighters, but you know, it was just different. You know, sparring Sean Porter. You know what a great caliber fighter he is.
Yeah. A lot bigger than you too.
Yeah. Right.
Being in the ring with him was an amazing feeling, and Shakur Stevenson also. You know, he's just a really smart guy, real smart technical fighter. It's really like a chess match when I was in there with him.
That's got to be good experience for you. I mean, are you helping? Now I read too that you were helping Leo Santa Cruz get ready. Is that correct?
You know what? I'm not too sure now. You know, we were thinking about going over there, but you know, then all this happened with the lockdown and everything. So, you know, we're kind of waiting for the call. But you know, whenever that does happen, you know, I'll surely be down there.
Absolutely, man. So when is now with all this going on, do you know when your next fight is going to be?
No, not really. You know, everything's starting to open up out here. You know, we're in phase 2, so we're just trying to stay in shape. You know, I'm just in the gym training. You know, trying to stay in as best shape as I can. You know, before fight time, so that whenever we do have a fight, you know, we get that call. You know, I'm ready to go.
Now you got off to a fast start this year. You had two fights in the books already. Talk about, you know, that momentum being lost now, and how are you dealing with that?
You know what? It kind of sucked. You know, I like fighting, so it felt good being in the ring. You know, constantly. You know, in that training, but you know, it's also good because I get the chance to actually, you know, step back and actually work on things rather than just preparing for a fight all the time. You know, so it really gives me the opportunity to get back to the basics and really work on myself and perfect my craft.
Now, your last fight went the distance, correct? It was 4 rounds?
Yes,
it was a 4-round whitewash. I mean, it was 4-round unanimous. Talk about that. Was, you know, as you keep going forward, you know, are you in there kind of experimenting? I mean, in the ring, are you trying to get this guy out of here? What is your thought process when you're in there?
You know what? With that fight, you know, he was game. He was a great fighter. You know, he came to win. I came to win as well. But with your question, you know, I'm not really trying to rush anything. I don't want to rush. You know, something that my coaches always stress to me is, you know, take your time. If the knock comes, then it comes. But the win is the most important. So that's what we're really trying to mainly focus on, rather than just getting them out of there quick. And it's also good to get the rounds as well.
Now, the first 2 fights you had were at featherweight, and this last fight was at 130. What weight class are you going to settle in at?
You know what? I feel real comfortable making the weight at 126. You know,
so you can be a featherweight then. Okay, that's a red hot division too.
Yeah, it is.
Right now, it definitely is.
So sparring guys, you know, and you sparring guys like I said, Sean Porter and like guys like Shakur Stevenson. I mean, you know, do you think that gives you like a leg up as far as, not to mention your gym? Your gym is packed full of like red hot prospects, man. I mean, you got the Barrientos over there and everything. So talk about that a little bit. I mean, what it's like, and you know, how much experience do you really pick up in there? You must pick up a lot.
You know what? It's definitely kind of like being on a fast track. You know, with me being so young and sparring guys so like older than me and with more experience. You know, it definitely gives me the opportunity to learn a lot more and a lot faster. And, you know, these guys, they're not in there just trying to kill me either. You know, they give me the opportunity to learn as well.
For sure, man. So what do you think, you know, in the gym, and we mentioned all the prospects, you know, you guys have a lot of prospects in that gym, a lot of good fighters, a lot of great fighters in that gym. What separates you from those guys? What makes you, what's going to put you on the world title stage? You know, what separates you?
Oh man, you gave me a hard one. You know, not to knock any of my guys. You know, we all work. You know, we're all trying to get to that top level, but you know, me, I just keep my head in the dirt and, you know, try to just grind out and train, you know, 100% every day, try to be the best in the gym out of everybody. You know, we all push each other to be great anyway, with the competition being so high. We're always trying to be better than one another, you know, so I think that is what's going to push me to that next level, you know, also. And I feel like, you know, I have a great work ethic, and I always bring my best every time I step in the gym.
Because of what's going on with the pandemic, has it been hard to get the quality training in? Has it been hard to get some sparring in? What have you been able to do during this trying times?
Training, not so much. You know, I mainly train at home. So we have a gym at home. You know, I've got a heavy bag, double end bag.
Oh, that's great.
Basic training needs, you know. But sparring definitely has been, you know, kind of hard to get around, especially with all the people, you know, they want to keep their distance as well. Can't blame them. Yeah. So, you know, we've been trying to show up to the gym, you know, to get some sparring when we can.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough thing. Like B mentioned earlier, that momentum that you had. I mean, like I said, you had the fights, you know, your fights and everything, and all of a sudden things just come to a halt. And even training and sparring in a lot of ways come to a halt. I mean, how have you kind of kept your mental state through all of this?
You know, I'm just trying to stay positive. You know, like I said earlier, just take it as a time to get back to the basics and really perfect my craft. You know, when also not trying to rush anything. So, you know, when the time comes for me to fight, you know, I'm ready to go. And like Errol Smith said, you stay ready. You don't have to get ready. So that's what I'm trying to do.
It's a good attitude.
That's a great attitude to have. Absolutely. So let me ask you a question. If I gave you, say, $100, would you beat up my co-host Beeb? You could take Beeb in a second. How long would it take? Let me ask you this. How long would it take for you to knock out Beeb?
I thought you would ask him a math question. If I give you $100 and I take away 25, how much do you have left? What do you think this is?
Once we subtract Beeb's doctor bills out of this, how much?
Why would a guy like that want to beat up an old 50-year-old like me?
I'm going to tell you why, Beeb.
He already has a heavy bag. He doesn't need another.
Because he's having trouble finding sparring.
A heavy bag.
All right. Listen, I'm going to give him $100. He's going to work you over, son. That's what's going to happen.
I mean, you guys are both great guys, you know.
There you go. See? He respects his elders. He respects his elders. Trying to corrupt the kid at a young age.
It's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. So boxing's coming back, I believe, in June. June 9th, Top Rank has a card and everything. Are you excited to get back and kind of have you heard anything like when gyms are opening up, when things are kind of get back to normal and out your way?
You know, like I said, we entered phase 2, so the gyms are starting to open up now. So with that, wow. A lot of us are being able to get back.
Yeah, that's great because our gyms aren't opening up till phase 3.
Really?
Massachusetts, yeah, and we're still stuck. We're still stuck in phase 1. This governor doesn't realize what he's doing to me because I'm going crazy not being able to go to the gym. I'm out there walking 10 miles a day just to get this stress off me. Doing push-ups. I'm doing like the jailhouse workouts, like the push-ups at the house and stuff. This is crazy.
The jailhouse workouts.
I feel like,
what is wrong with you?
I'm just being honest. This is really stressing me out.
Jailhouse workouts.
This is stressing me out. I don't have a heavy bag over here. I don't have these
things. What are you making shanks in your spare time? What's the matter with you?
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. All right, DJ. Well, listen, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. We can't thank you enough, man. This was great, man. I love talking to you guys, man. You got to let us know after your next fight, man. You got to come back on and let us know how it went and all that other stuff. And, man, just keep us posted on your career and everything, man.
Yeah, we'll be following you.
Yeah, for sure.
Keeping an eye out for you.
Yeah, that way once he becomes champion and everything like that, he'll come back on. You know, he's not just gonna let us disappear. You know,
when you win that first world title, don't forget who put your.
That's right. That's right.
Now I'm starting to sound like Michelle Joy Phelps now. Like you owe me something.
You owe me something. That's right. That's right.
That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? I'm sorry, DJ. I apologize for Beeb. Beeb's a little out of hand today. You know, I told you. A little
too much caffeine. A little too much caffeine.
That's right. That's why we got to cut him off early. You know what I'm saying? He drinks all that coffee. He gets wired up. You know, and there you go. There it is. All right, DJ, man. We will talk to you soon, man. Thank you so much. Hey, you got an Instagram or anything?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at DJJZ3.
DJJZ3.
Yes.
There we go. Catch him on Instagram, guys. DJ, thank you so much, man. We appreciate it.
Stay safe, my young man.
You too. You guys stay safe.
All right, man.
Take care.